Alright, welcome back. This is Delta Echo, and back with Fallout 4, back at Spectacle Island, and as you can see, it doesn't look the way it used to look. I had a little trouble with some mods crashing the game, and I had to restart everything. In fact, I reinstalled everything from scratch. Everything's fresh, so hopefully no more crashes to desktop while workshop. So it took me a while to get back to this point, since I had to play the game basically just to get back over here. But fortunately I have a pretty good idea of what I want to do, and it should require only one story this time. I'm also not going to spend a lot of time working on that factory. I think I'm going to create the concept, the proof of concept first, and then worry about everything else afterwards. So I have COD mode on, just so you all know. TGM, the God mode, and this is a pretty good idea of what I want to do. Oh yeah, sure. Just that's the way I wanted to do it, right there. I gotta say, I've played games with building mechanics in them, and they're not as good as Fallout 4. They're not. Oh man, Fallout 4 can be so annoying. Regardless, it can be quite annoying. Let me go with floors, actually. These kind of floors. But as annoying as it can be, other games that I've played have been much more annoying. So I can only complain so much. Let's see here. So I'm going to start off with a hopper. I've been thinking about this for a while now. I wanted to go this way, I think. Yeah. I have been thinking about this for a nice long time, and I think I have a pretty good idea of how I want to handle it. I kind of wish it wasn't raining so much, though. This storm also sucks. Okay, hold on. I can sort of... Yeah. Man. Sometimes it works, it just snaps to where I want it to snap. Let me go in a straight line for now. Hopefully I'll be able to pull this off without having too many stories. At this point, my floors are floating in space, but I don't care. Oh, I've run into this weird problem before where it doesn't snap. That's weird. Anyway, oh my gosh. There we go. Let me get back to this. First things first, gotta get something to snap to this. There we go. Alright, perfect. Just in case I didn't mention in the previous video, the way the hoppers work are that they snap to floor tiles, underneath the floor tiles. They sort of go underneath the floor tiles. It's so that you can have access to them. Sorry. It's so that you can have access to them from above. Like so. And that's exactly what I plan on doing. So the idea is you have conveyor belts like this, or like this. You know, they snap to the top of it, and they'll drop stuff off into the hopper, just like that. Boom. And that's how you get stuff into the hopper from conveyor belts. You could just go into the inventory directly. Didn't mean to pull out a gun. And then underneath it, what you do is you snap conveyor belts that don't have floor supports underneath them to the bottom of the hoppers, and that is how you get everything to line up correctly. Wouldn't you know? Alright, so here is my grand plan. Sorters. sorted as far as the eye can see. Oh. Oops, I fell. Oh yeah. Alright, so I'm still trying to make the ammunition plant. That's still the goal here. And unfortunately I'm gonna have to finish this up. For right now, this is gonna be a proof of concept. It's so weird. What's causing it to not snap? In some angles, but snap in others. Yeah, see, it's so weird. I actually had problems with that before and ended up just giving up. So, let's see here. This is actually kind of interesting. I probably should have done this from the floor above, but nah, I'll see if I could do it without having to make a second floor. Anyway, the whole point is, I want to make a bunch of different kinds of ammunition, and I'm assuming that this is the sort of thing that I need. Actually, let me do this. Yep. Alright, so this will contain, let's say... Oh, right. I'll put everything in the workshop. What do I need? I need lead. I need oil. I need plastic. Where's plastic? I need steel. Steel would be down here. I would need... Did I already get lead? I already got lead. I would need oil, plastic, copper? Do I need copper? Getting it just in case. Fertilizer. That's the main one. That's the one that every single bullet needs. Okay. Right, is that right? That's right. So I need to put... I don't think copper is one of them now when I think about it. Fertilizer in this one, and only that one, and then I'm going to put steel in... that one, and only that one. I'm just using random... There's no order here. There's no rhyme or reason for this order. Right, lead, plastic, steel, fertilizer. And oil. And who knows what else. And who knows what else. And let's put everything else back into the workshop. Thank you, guy who made that mod. Okay. Steel, plastic, lead, and oil. That's lead. Oil. And I think that's it. Actually, you know what? That's it. And for proof of concepts, that's why I like to have the God mode on. Because it just helps keep things tidy. I think it's the only amount of sorting I'm going to need, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. I still have 3,000... Oh, because I have a bunch of bullets and guns and stuff, that's right. Okay, one of the things I'm going to want to hold on to are those things. Acid, adhesive... Actually, no, not... Well, just in case. I'll figure it out later. I just don't want to lose a lot of this stuff. I'll probably cut this part out. You know what? I'm going to use the power of movie magic to cut this boring stuff out. Okay, back. Alright, so let's see here. Finished all that boring stuff. Let's put that there. This gets recycled. So here's what I'm thinking, right? This is I dump all my junk in here, and just like before, it starts to get sorted out for the things that I like that I don't want to break down. Then I use this mod part to break everything else down into components. So everything that's that's more valuable to me as junk than as components, gets sorted into here, and I get to hold on to it there, safe and sound. Everything else gets broken down into components, because why the heck do I care if it's junk or components? And then the components get sorted. This one will sort out fertilizer only. This one will sort out steel only. This one will sort out plastic only, lead only, oil only. Everything else goes back to the workshop because I don't need it for bullets specifically. And then each component is going to go into a buffer. That buffer is going to be another hopper. And because I don't want to have to build a ton of stories, a ton of floors right now, or anything that makes a lot of sense, or any sense, I'm just going to really quickly... I had it. There was a nice rhythm going. Come on. Okay, that's the way it should be. Or no, I don't. Okay. Hoppers. All right, so these act as buffers. That's the whole point. Hopefully, I can afford the space. Or I may have to put something between each sorter. Hold on, I need it to face that way. Okay. Oh, they fit. Just fine. They're about one floor tile wide. Okay, so you understand each hopper is going to act as a buffer. So when I'm not making ammunition, this is just filling up. Wait, what? Oh, because I'm so stupid, that's why. That's the reason. It's because I'm so stupid. Huh? Come on. Oh, I had it. There you go. I'm actually not done here. All this for a proof of concept. I would just have everything floating in midair, but it'll be hard for me to... I think it'll be harder for me at the end of the day to build if I don't do this. Come on. Probably still need a second floor, but so just as I did before, I'll stick a actually I'm gonna put the longer one. No, because I don't like the way it looks. This takes up way more space. This takes up way more space in the sense that I have a limited amount of stuff that I can put down on the island. But then I am going to do this again. Oh, that's not enough space. That's actually probably going to cause problems and crash or something. It needs more space to actually fall onto a conveyor belt. The other nice thing about the hoppers is, actually, the nicest thing about the hoppers is that I'll be able to control which hoppers turn on and off. So, I plan on having only one ammo plant this time, but I'm still going to have a bunch of switches. Wait, how's this going to work? Yeah. I'm still going to have a bunch of switches. Oh yeah, I do. I know what I'm doing. I think. And these switches are going to determine which hoppers turn on and what components come out. You know what? I need to get up there somehow. Stop storming, finally. Okay. Again, this is just for proof of concept. I know it's disgusting. I know. Oh my gosh, I went all the way up there just to fall. I never fell. I never fell. That never happened. Okay, so now let me make sure that I've got this going in the right direction. Right? Does this make sense? This kind of doesn't make any sense. Can I even do this? That's the real question. You know what? It doesn't matter because this is part of the mod. Man, I hope they go in the right direction. You know, I should probably power it on just to make sure they're going in the right direction before I do anything stupid. That's just to make sure that I have a lot of power here. Okay, I can't afford it. Here we go. You know what? I needed to be down here. Yeah, that's the way I want it. I just realized that I'm going to need to make a bunch of these. Wait, how do I get up there? Okay. Oh man, it's ugly. Do I really need this to be on? No, I don't. Okay. There we go. These hoppers don't need to be on. But I do need to do that. Use these. Yeah, I don't need to turn on the hoppers at all. Okay. This is gonna work. It's going to work. hope it's gonna work. Oh, see, this one's going the wrong direction. That one's going in the wrong direction. They're all going in the wrong direction. Or, you know what? They're all going in the same direction, so I don't care. I like making compromises and stuff. I mean, it's gonna work so long as, you know, this part works. But here is the coup de grace. Oh, that's I'm lazy. And just go straight to workshop. Brilliant. Brilliant. Yes. Okay, so now I really do need to turn on the hoppers. Let's test everything. Oh, I almost made it. Let's just do this. I can't. Okay. Okay, I can't. Let go of it. Somehow I can reach there. Yes, yes. Dang it. Alright, it's okay. Alright, everything's doing stuff. Okay. Everything's on. Okay, perfect. Alright, this is just a trial. Just a sort of test. If it even gets to the ammunition plant. If it gets to the ammunition plant, then I'm happy. How sure am I of this? I think I'm pretty sure. It's not just a Braxo cleaner, it's other stuff too. So I'm gonna try not to grab too much stuff. Let me grab some of this. Yeah, this is more of the sort of thing that you want to break down. Just for the test again. Just for the test. Look at all this stuff. I didn't realize copy prompts were so useful to me. Anyway. Alright, so now let's just drop all this stuff. Oh, come on. You pressed the wrong button. Let's watch it in action. Alright. Oops, I messed with it. Okay, there it goes. Okay, quicker way to... Yes! Yes, yes. Alright, that's enough. Turn it all off. Fun's over. Okay. And what fun I was having. Alright, so this is kind of brilliant. This is exactly the sort of thing I wanted. And just a quick overview. I mean, I'm still going to have to make this a lot more complicated because it's way too simple still. It's not quite smart enough. But this first section here is dumb. And that's the whole intention. The whole first part is just a sorting section, and it's independent from the rest of it. In the sense that it can run totally independently from the other part, and that's sort of the whole reason, one of the whole reasons for the hopper. But just to be, you know, just to be very repetitive, I guess. I really don't want the gun out. All the junk goes here. It gets sorted here. All this stuff is stuff I don't want to break down. I want to keep as is. I don't want to break it down for components. This stuff breaks everything down to components. All the components come out. It gets sorted. Fertilizer goes that way. Steel goes that way. Again, the order is not important so long as I make sure that I get all of them. Did I get all of them? I'll double check when I finally install the terminals, the ammo plant. They go from the sorter into their own individual hoppers. So that hopper is only going to have steel. This one's only going to have fertilizer. This one's only going to have steel. This one's only going to have whatever. That one, whatever. That one, whatever. I think there's one more component. I'm missing a component. And they can hang out here. See, so they get independently powered. That's why I have to power this individually. And it also independently from the conveyor systems that they spit out into. So this conveyor belt lift does not power the hopper. And this hopper does not power the conveyor belt. The hopper is on its own. Unlike how the sorter is powered by this sorter, is powered by that sorter, is powered by that sorter, is powered by that recycler. And all these sorters power their conveyor belt lifts. I'll use switches, like I did last time, to turn on and off the hoppers. The specific hopper that I want for the specific ammo. This kind of sucks because I'm going to end up with one ammunition plant as opposed to 9 different kinds, which means that I'm going to have to... I mean, if I really, really wanted to, I could use another crazy diversion system that, on top of turning on and off the correct hoppers, it also diverts to the correct ammunition plant, so that I don't have to worry about inputting whatever I need to input in a terminal right here. Just to just to be specific, just to demonstrate what I mean. Here we go. Right, so then this ammunition plant gets powered up or controlled by this terminal. So what I would have to end up doing, and this is the sort of, again, all concept and all prototyping, proof of concept, is I'd probably have something like 9 switches again. And each one is going to be labeled. All right, 10 millimeter, 45 caliber, 50 caliber, 308, 5 millimeter, shotgun shell, whatever. And I would have to come in here and they'd all be off. And select what ammo type I want this thing to make with the terminal. 50 caliber. And then I'll walk over to the 50 caliber switch, turn it on, and then those hoppers, the correct hoppers, will turn on and begin to spit out the components needed for making that bullet. The thing is that steel will be coming out of this one, fertilizer will be coming out of this one, and oil will be coming out of this one, and they all feed the ammunition plant at the same time. That's sort of the thing that I've been forgetting to say in this whole video. That's the key, though. That's the key, because everything is coming out in parallel. All the ingredients are coming out in parallel, and as a result, they end up on this conveyor belt. Maybe, you know, with some delay, but the point is that, yeah, whichever is coming out here is going to end up in the ammunition plant late, but it's still not waiting for one hopper to spit out 8,000 pieces of steel when I don't even need steel for whatever bullets I'm making. So this is gonna work. This is a proof of concept, and I'm very happy with the way it came out. And I'm not sure if I could have done this without the mod because of this. There might be something else that I could have done. But I can't imagine what it is, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think that there could have been, like, without the mod, I'm not sure how I would have been able to pull this off. Because these only split, they don't merge. These branches only split, they don't merge. Otherwise, I'd probably use some sort of crazy system to do that. And I'm actually glad that I'm avoiding that. I would probably end up using these. I would have ended up using these downward ramps. Or maybe these downward ramps, I don't know. Maybe these don't suck as much as the other ones did. But the reason I mention that, or say that they suck, is because when I was experimenting before, I used a couple of downward ramps. I think they were powered, like wherever the downward ramps are that were powered. But stuff was getting stuck on them. I think it's specifically with circuitry. It might not happen this time, so I might be able to get away with something that does not use the mod. And console guys might be able to get away with doing something like this, downward ramps, and hopefully they don't fall off. The problem is that if something gets stuck on the downward ramp, it's going to force other stuff to get wedged off of it, and then you get... And that's what ended up happening for me. And it was a catastrophe, and there was components falling around everywhere, and it was just bad. In this case, for the ammo plant, I wouldn't worry too much about that because the ingredients that come on are pretty big in geometry, and hopefully they don't get stuck on ramps, on downward ramps for no reason. But I don't know. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. I hope it inspired or something, you know, that something good came of all of this. And yeah.